So, just to paint a picture, I mean, you just listed off a lot of things. I mean, how many, and I don't want to say classes, but how many different programs do you think get run in a year? Is it one a month? Is it 2 months?
Yeah, I mean, it ebbs and flows.
Mm-hmm.
We have some consistent stuff that's run, every month, whether it be, intro to scheduling or, advanced scheduling or, the hard skill type stuff.
Yeah.
Krista actually challenged me to come up with a course, which was probably one of the most enjoyable things. I've done one of the hardest things I've ever done.
Okay.
And if my high school advisor ever heard that I was actually teaching a course, probably roll over.
Yeah,
roll over is great. Yeah, exactly. But
what was that course?
it was actually on hard discussions and mindset and grit. So
Okay.
yeah, it was some topics that I enjoy reading about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because and I'm assuming it's a layered approach, right? Because you have the SIP, which is contractor.
Yeah, as we call it, the construction immersion program,
Thank
right?
you.
Mostly because all the good names were taken by some of the firms that we look up to.
Shawmut,
Shawmut or Suffolk or Lane. They all what's it? Imitation is the finest form of flattery,
Absolutely.
right?
Yep.
But really, what it is there are 3 skill sets we look for in almost anybody in the industry. Is number one, can they communicate? And communication is harder today than it ever has been, given podcasts and texts and phone calls and in person, right? And so you have to really learn how to communicate the right way to a wide variety of people, right?
Absolutely.
Can this person deal with adversity? And when adversity strikes, how do they handle it, right? So, people with, who've dealt with adversity in their lives, or, team sports or military, or, scenarios, right, that lend itself to, when you make a plan and it doesn't go right, what do you do, because that happens pretty much daily in our business.
Yeah.
And thirdly, how does this person function in a team environment? The personalities in this business are one of the things I really enjoy the most.
Yes. They're unique in a great way.
And all across the map. You can spend a day talking to, some of the fruitiest people you've ever met, right, across the board, and that's what I love about it.
I mean, I could recall first job out of school, literally 1 minute you're talking to, I won't say what trade, or the guy's just got out of prison, and the next minute you're talking to the developer of a $750 million project. And to be able to speak to both people and communicate what you need,
absolutely,
it is a challenge. It's a completely different skill set, in as much as language that gets used to how to communicate to the guy that just got out of prison,
who may not have an email address, and when you say text me, looks at you like
versus a sophisticated owner who's just invested hundreds of millions of dollars into this project and wants to talk about burn rate on their cash flow or on the job or whatever, so it's like,
and I don't want
to. It's fun though. I think it's a great challenge.
That's what keeps me coming back.
Yeah.
And I don't want to minimize this, but actually the putting the pieces together, right, is kind of the easy part. Once you learn the language and figure out where a beam and a column and all those different things and all the acronyms, the hard part is getting everybody to come together and communicate with each other, in an effective manner.
Yeah.
And
coordinate.
Yeah, it's an easy business made very hard by the communication and the personality and the
human element.
Yeah, the human element, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. So that's really what we look for in the SIP program, and so it doesn't matter if they even know what a shovel is, because we feel that we can teach them all of those things if they have a good mindset and a growth mindset and are willing to learn and be challenged, and that's for us has really been successful, just because